Dave made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 181. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What up, SLAC fam? I see a couple people already strolling in. That's what's up.
Yes. We got family in the building already. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We got Unc, hello from Texas, in this thing early. We got Moms as well, sending love to the SLAC family. Yep. Sending love back to you as well, Moms. Of course, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. We got Pops in the building. Good evening. And then also, Kelly, happy Tuesday and happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yep.
That's what's up. Strizzy, how are things going, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I know we're about to get into it next, man, but the Super Bowl was actually really, really good. Like, that was a really good game. Honestly, in my opinion, probably one of the best Super Bowls in the last 20 years. Didn't end the way I would have wanted it to. Again, we'll get into that, but it was, man, it was a really good game, man. So really excited to watch that game. Pretty much with everything you could have hoped for in the game, honestly, especially as far as offensive scoring points goes. But yeah, man, I'm straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Daily grind, still getting this content stuff going, so we're good. You?
That's what's up. Yeah, things are going well with me. Already had a lovely steak dinner tonight, so I'm feeling good. I'm ready to just relax and talk some sports with the fam. We got Grace in the building as well. She says tacos and Valentine's. Now that's all love. We also got Stephanie Washington. Hey, y'all. Much love, guys. Much love to you as well, Stephanie. And a big winner, too. We got a couple big winners in there already. Yeah. And then also we got Anthony Weston in the building on the Facebook side. What's good, Anthony? Welcome to the show.
You know he was going to be here today.
What's that?
You know he was going to be here today.
Yeah, exactly. He said he would be here on the Super Bowl. And also, Strizzy's got his basketball. I got my basketball too. I guess it's just kind of the theme too, because we're converting now. It's kind of basketball time now that football is sadly over. But before we get these things popping, we gotta get one more member on the panel out here live in the field. We got our boy Mad Marcus. What's good, Marcus?
What up, man? Sorry I'm in the car, man. You know, I hate this day. My wife ain't watching the whole. But I hate this day because stuff like this.
No, you and me both. I don't even celebrate, dog. I don't celebrate at all. I can't do it.
I wish I could say that, but I'm getting last minute stuff, picking up stuff. But yeah, man.
Hey, we understand the struggle. We understand the struggle, man. 100%. You go out there and handle your business, no doubt. We appreciate you being here with us as well. So now that we got the full squad, I think we'll go ahead and just jump into our first topic, and you know what that's about to be about. Let's get into it. What's up next?
Let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL Talk. We got to talk the Super Bowl, and we're going to kind of walk through it in phases. But Strizzy, I want you to talk to us first about like kind of the early going, like the first half, and what was going on early with the Eagles in this game.
I mean, the Eagles are who they are, right? I mean, like, they started the game off extremely strong. You know, honestly, I think without the scoop and score fumble recovery, they're up at halftime 21-7, honestly. So that scoop and score really helped to make it 14-14 going into the half and giving the Chiefs the ball at halftime. But dude, hats off to Jalen Hurts, man. Like, I've been talking about him all year. You know what I'm saying? He's progressed every year he's been in the league, man. And one thing that I really really loved was at the end of the game and all the press conference stuff is like everybody from the Chiefs staff, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, everybody is basically like, don't let the Eagles lose and get lost in transition. Like, Jalen Hurts is really that dude. Like, he played a really hell of a game, and yeah, you know, it's like he did everything he could to keep them in this game, and it was close. It was really close. You know what I mean? So like, the Eagles are losing the defensive coordinator now and their offensive coordinator, So we'll see how that impacts them next season. But man, it was a great game, man. Like we couldn't really ask for more.
I agree. Totally a great game. I think too that I'm glad you brought up the scoop and score. I think that was a pivotal point in the game. Another pivotal point that's kind of being brought up is this holding call. And Marcus, I wanted you to weigh in on that and kind of give us your level-headed opinion about that play on that final drive. What did you think of it?
It was a hold. So it happened. I know they say one play don't make a difference, but it did for them. So I hate it happened at that time. The main thing about it is it wasn't catchable. I think if he didn't get held, he wouldn't catch that ball. So I thought they would have kind of played that in the call like it wasn't catchable, so he could have kind of pulled it down. Then let's see what happened after that. But he did tug him a little bit, but I just felt like it wasn't, if he didn't tug him or not, he wasn't catching that ball. So, but hey, it came down to that said play to determine. So
yeah,
hey, things happen.
Most definitely. Yeah, that led to the game-winning field goal. And I kind of like how the Chiefs handled the final drive too, not giving the ball back to the Eagles, just to go ahead and try to finish out the game once they were down that close. Do you guys agree with that, or would you have scored the touchdown?
No, this is Super Bowl, baby. It's the last game. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I agree. With that. All right. So we talked about the Chiefs obviously winning, and I want to get on to Andy Reid a little bit, but first I'm going to jump in the comments real quick, and we can respond to any of that if we want to. Pop says, "Great game, so happy Chiefs won." Some experts said the Eagles are a complete team, and the Chiefs only have Mahomes. How silly. Unk says Eagles have a great team, bright future, but reassigning Hurts is going to be expensive. We'll definitely have to talk about that. Pops brings up 0 sacks, 0 turnovers. I think that was a big difference for sure. I was expecting the Eagles team, they led the league in sacks, to get more sacks, even though Mahomes did do a good job escaping pressure. And then I think that's about it, though. And then also Anthony Weston reminds us they scored on every possession in the second half. I think they definitely made the adjustments that they needed to in the second half and came out lights out, because I think, if the Eagles kept doing what they were doing in the first half, they would have won that game. So
definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened in that game. I don't know. But I guess we'll talk about it at the end.
I'm like, you think about it too. It's like, I mean, at halftime it was 14-14. It still ended up 38-35. So it's not like the Eagles just died in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Chiefs just did everything they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? In order to catch up, and not even catch up. You know, it was tied. So they did.
They were down. No, they were down 24-14 at half.
Oh, you're right. They did catch up. That's right. But I still feel like the Chiefs did what they needed to do and made the adjustments. I think the Eagles, everything was working, right? So I don't think they really made any real adjustments.
Counterattack, yeah.
Right. If I were them, I would have put a spy on Mahomes, because I think he got 2 really big runs that saved, I think, 2 of their drives. So that really, really hurt them not having any eyes on Mahomes, and I think they were just expecting him to run because of his ankle.
Yeah, but you can't put a spy on him. You don't know he was gonna do that. You know, he was injured.
No, I know. I agree. You don't know.
By the time you do a spy, it was too late. He already did those runs that it was like he's not gonna run no more. So you can't really do it.
Right, no. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't run often. He can run, but he really is a pocket passing quarterback. He really doesn't move unless he absolutely has to. So if you're playing somebody like the Bills or the Ravens, you have somebody on him all game, but they weren't. I don't think they were really expecting him to run, especially with the ankle sprain. So it really worked out in the Chiefs' favor.
But y'all did mention the scoop and score. I think that scoop and score don't happen. I think they win by at least 21, because they're driving, and then the Devontae Smith catch. I think, to me, I give him that catch. It's a hard catch in Super Bowl. You give him that. So I think those 2 plays, if those don't happen, if it goes the Eagles' way, I don't think the game gonna be close. But things happen. So, but I felt that the Eagles was doing what they had to do, but I don't think it showed that they were new to the Super Bowl, even though they went 2 years ago. But this whole squad to me was different, and it showed that Andy Reid been and done that. So that adjustment he made in the locker room, it showed, and it showed that second-year coach, he didn't make the adjustments he needed to do. So it was kind of lost, because they stopped running the ball, stopped doing things, because AJ Brown, to me, why you stop going to AJ Brown? I don't understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, those are great points. I think that that you're right, that experience, that championship experience kind of came through with the Chiefs making all the right adjustments and the Eagles just kind of like holding on and you know, but I do give them credit for tying it up late, even after the Chiefs took the lead. You know, they came back and drove one more time, so that was cool. But yeah, it kind of showed the difference in the game right there.
Definitely. When the Eagles won Super Bowl a couple of years ago, was that Doug Peterson or was that the same coach they have now? That was
Peterson.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So again too, just
whole new style.
Man, like great. I mean, phenomenal coach, man. Like I know we talk about Bill Belichick all the time, but that boy Andy Reid is something else as far as coaching goes. He literally does it all, bro. Like that dude is crazy. He's so good, man.
What did you guys think about him coming back?
Be done. Actually, I thought he would be done because he on Garden Sunset, but he's coming back. But the key thing, though, I was surprised. He kept saying the O-line and Bieniemy, whatever. I don't know how to say his name, but he kept on giving him credit. He didn't give himself credit. He didn't say he did anything. He kept saying the O-line and Bieniemy kept on doing a great job. So I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, let people know, come get this dude. He's a coach now, like, because he didn't give himself any credit the whole time. I caught that. He kept saying his name. Like the last Super Bowl, he didn't really say that. But this Super Bowl, he's like, hey, he can coach. So I think he was trying to get him like a little job with that.
Yeah. That's a good segue actually to talk about some of the head coaching positions because they were actually all filled today. So, with all that praise for Bieniemy, it did not exactly work. Still not going to get that head coaching job, at least not this year. But yeah, the Eagles and my bad. The Cardinals and the Colts each hired the two Eagles coordinators. So the Eagles are going to have to be doing some rebuilding for sure. But those were the final two head coaching spots that were available. The Eagles offensive coordinator going to the Colts and then their defensive coordinator going to the Cardinals as well. So we'll see. Bieniemy is going to have to wait another time. But earlier today, Coach Reid did even heap more praise, saying, he hopes if he leaves, he would run the show. But looks like he ain't going anywhere, and Andy Reid ain't ready to give up that spot either.
I heard some rumor mill stuff already that the Chiefs are basically going to ask about DeAndre Hopkins as well in a potential trade. So he asked for a trade last season. I heard the Chiefs are already looking into possibly asking what they want for him.
Yeah, I think he's one of those players that's definitely going to move this offseason. And, there's definitely going to be some speculation on where he'll land. But that would be interesting with the Chiefs so that they can get a kind of like a stud receiver, to go with their core.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. They got a young core, man. Keep your young core. Keep your young guys, man. Do what you got to do. You showed you don't need the number one receiver to win Super Bowl. Don't do it, man.
Right. And the coaching staff was able to scheme everybody open anyways.
Yeah.
That was definitely evident in the second half of the Super Bowl. So maybe they don't need it, but I don't know. Kelly talked earlier. She said it was a great game. Anthony said this was actually a rebuilding year for the Chiefs. They got 12 draft picks for next year. So we'll see. Maybe they'll give some of those up for a DeAndre Hopkins type. A little bit other NFL news. David Carr was officially released. I'm sorry, my bad, not David Carr. Derek Carr was officially released by the Vegas Raiders. So he, I think his money would have been come guaranteed tomorrow. So he actually gets a jump on free agency. Free agency doesn't actually start until March, but since he was released by his team, he can go out there and sign with whoever. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands. And then also Aaron Rodgers is starting his darkness retreat soon, so we'll find out what's going to happen with him soon too. But Strizzy, what do you see in the future for Carr?
Whoever needs a quarterback, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. I can almost see him going to the Texans. They're definitely going to draft a quarterback, but it might not be a bad idea to have him in front of whoever they draft. Or also too, you draft the player with the second pick, you probably want him to start. You know what I'm saying? But obviously the Panthers as well. We're always looking for quarterback too. We have the 9th pick, so I think we're still looking to draft a quarterback. But because we're not as high as we'd like to be, it'd also be a really good spot for us to grab them too. You know what I mean? Like we've done a completely revamping of our coaching staff for the past couple of days. So honestly, it's one of those things where it's like I'm getting excited, but I don't want to get excited. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel
with the new coaching staff that we've gotten and all the experience that we've gotten. You know, what I mean, that's what we've been lacking the last couple of years. But now we have so much experience from the coaching staff. So we can grab a quarterback who's a veteran, who's also proven that he can play in this league, and then possibly mold our two younger quarterbacks. I'd love to see him as a Panther, so we'll see.
I wonder how much money he's going to make after all is said and done. But I think that would be a good spot, especially if you can get him for a fair price.
Well, we'll get him for a cheap price. Technically, they let him go, so they're still responsible for his contract he has now.
Nah, man. This is gonna be his 9th or 10th year. One of those. You gotta go to the Bucks, man. The Bucks already ready. They're a quarterback away from going back to. They got a better shot. I don't think he want to rebuild and start all the way over. I think he's gonna go to a team that's already ready for him, and he want to win. So it'll be good. I think he was younger, but I think in his 9th, 10th year, I think he's gonna go to a team that they already have a good team. It's just a quarterback away. And I think to me, Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be the best spot for him, in my opinion.
I think the Buccaneers are in a rebuilding spot.
It's a what?
I think the Buccaneers are currently in a rebuilding spot.
How they gonna have the same? They gonna have the same team pretty much. They're not losing nobody.
Yeah, but
defense still good. You got still offensive weapons. You still got that. You just don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
It could be interesting, and they're definitely going to be in the market too. So those two NFC South teams could be going head to head for trying to grab that quarterback. We'll see. I'm also hearing though the Jets potentially they want to save Wilson and keep him, but they want him to go behind a veteran quarterback. So you never know. They have a really solid team as well. So we'll see where he winds up. Other coaching news: Todd Monken for the Georgia Bulldogs actually was hired by the Ravens as their offensive coordinator. The Ravens are one of your side piece teams, Strizzy. What do you think about this move?
I love and I hate it. You know what I mean? I like it because I know what he can do with an offensive line and running backs, right? And that's what the Ravens have always been about, right? Beefing up the offensive line and running backs. The problem, the thing that I hate about it is it also kind of tells me that they're still not super invested in receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just not invested in it, and that's their struggle.
Potentially not a quarterback either.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But like I love what he was able to do with, in my opinion, a very mediocre quarterback in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And you know the ground game phenomenal, offensive line game phenomenal. So you know, back-to-back national championships. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's not Kirby, he's not the head coach, but I think he plays a big role in that. So it's one of those things where it's like I like it. But I think if the Ravens really want to win, man, they really got to get Lamar some actual help, assuming that they stick with Lamar. So, you know, I like it, but I want to see what he does. I hope he does a lot more than Roman did for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Got to give a special shout out to Mama D.
What up, D?
Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. She says, happy Valentine's Day to you as well, D.
Yep.
Appreciate you jumping on and sending out some love. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Todd Monken, but I think he should be pretty good, should be pretty solid. He's been wanting to get back into the NFL.
Yeah.
So this is his chance. And Georgia did hire Mike Bobo as his replacement. Mike Bobo used to be with Georgia as offensive coordinator maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer, but he's coming back. Hopefully, though, he can kind of step right in and keep things going. But they're going to have a lot more weapons next year, so maybe Georgia will be opened up a little bit and not be so running game dependent.
Right.
We'll see.
And Georgia runs an NFL style offense, so like that also helps too. You know what I mean? So you know Georgia already runs an NFL style offense, so it's not like he's getting over his head.
Switch.
You know what I mean? It's not a crazy switch. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think it will be good. I think he'll be fine. And head coaching there too is also phenomenal. He does a great job even when they don't have much. But I just want to I want to see what they do. I think it's about time Ravens start looking into getting Lamar some actual help, or even whoever quarterback they have. Like they just don't invest in receivers very often. So it's a passing league now.
Yeah. That's real. Anthony Weston chiming in on the coaches real quick. He said, I think Cardinals should have found an offensive coach. They were going to go defense. Bengals D coordinator was the guy. Yeah, it's interesting. Like everybody, like the same thing. The Eagles coordinators became like the hot ticket. And that's just interesting. I'm just curious to see how that's going to pan out in the long run.
Yep.
Unk says he's tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers due to the diva. Well, we got to hear about him for at least probably 2 more years before.
At least.
So.
And it's crazy too. I don't even feel like the Cardinals have the defensive pieces. I mean, there's like 2 guys that I can think of at the top of my list as far as the defense goes. But I'm with Anthony. It's like I would have really thought they would have gone offensive instead of defensive. But
who knows? Cliff Kingsbury might come back. As the offensive coordinator, which would be wild. Like, I don't know. But Unk says Cardinals like always making bad decisions. I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, for real.
So, all right. And then they said Anthony Weston said Andy just carved up that defense. Bengals coordinator did great. It is interesting. Like, these guys were already in place to get their head coaching jobs and they're just waiting and stuff. And like those other teams are hoping that they're winning a Super Bowl instead of losing in the Super Bowl before they're announcing them, like the next day. So, but all right. I think that's what's up for Super Bowl review. I do want to say, NFL talk in general. I do want to say again, congratulations to Jay Strong, to Pops, and also to Stephanie Washington for hitting on the Super Bowl squares. Really
Steph, excited with how.
What's that?
I said, Steph, let me hold some.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The donation bin is open. But no, that was good stuff, and we want to make it even bigger. So we hope that everybody will come back for the pick'em next year, and they will share with their friends as well, and we'll get more people in that competition and get some more Super Bowl squares going for sure. So, all right, I think we're gonna. Hold on. Let's bring in Marcus real quick. Marcus, are you doing okay? Is it getting crazy out there?
No, I'm good. I had to pick these up, dog.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good job. She won't see it yet. So, all right. Well, drive safe, brother. I know it was kind of rainy. It's kind of stormy today. So, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so definitely
good,
be safe out there.
No, we good, though. We good.
All right, cool. All right, then let's get into our next topic because I definitely want to hear both of your thoughts on this. Let's get straight. All right, so Kyrie Irving shook up the NBA, and then a couple of days later, KD wanted out of Brooklyn, and so the domino effects from that trade brings us Kevin Durant to the Suns. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the trade. It was funny, though. I got to give credit to Unc real quick before we get started on the discussion. He did say the Suns last week. He said that, he thought it was going to be the Suns. We kind of were like, I don't know. I didn't think that the Suns really had enough to do it or that it would take too much that they wouldn't do it. Yeah. They wouldn't mortgage their future. But, they made it happen. The new ownership was ready to make a splash and ready to make a run with this new super team, if you will. So, Strizzy, I'll let you go first. What do you think about what was included in the trade? Did the Suns give up too much? Just what are your thoughts in general?
Well, the window's back open, right? The window was closed officially last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to the championship, and we were like, they got 1 year, you know what I'm saying? And then they failed last year. I was like, well, window officially closed. But the window's back open, right? But here's the thing, though. That window ain't open for long. Like, it might be this year and next year, depending on health, right? And honestly, like, I don't think CP3 even has much more than this year left, right? So, like, that window is open, but it's like gradually closing on its own, right? Like, it's this year, maybe next year, depending on what happens. But they gave up a lot. They gave up a whole lot, right? Like, they gave up a ton of draft picks. Was it four first rounders?
4 first round picks, I believe.
Yeah, four first round picks. And missing Bridges sucks. He's a fan favorite for me. Like, if there's any player on that team that I really, really like, man, it's Mikal Bridges. So, he's a big part of his future. He's gotten better in every aspect of the game since he's gotten here. 4.5 years of great basketball. Great mid-range shot. He's shooting 3-pointers better. And we know what he does on the defensive side of the end. So that kind of hurts their future a little bit. And then the first round picks also. So if they don't win a championship, kind of bust, right? But the positive side that I really, really like is that the new ownership is showing finally that he's willing to make moves to go out there and get players of this caliber, which is something that Sarver has never done, right? Get him in the draft. They've had a couple of good years. He doesn't re-sign them. He lets them go after the fact, right? So this kind of shows that, he wants to bring a championship to Phoenix. So I'm for it.
I feel it. Marcus?
It was a surprising pick. I didn't think the Suns was gonna ever get him. I seen it. I thought it was fake because you guys had texted because it happened at 1:30 in the morning. So I'm like, that ain't real. So when I seen it, I was like, wow. But I don't think they gave up enough. Honestly, the Suns keeping Ayton was super, super big. Like Mikal Bridges, yeah, that's good, but to me, getting Durant and TJ Warren, you won. TJ Warren is a monster. TJ Warren is better than Mikal Bridges. So now you have somebody come off the bench that's gonna give you buckets. You got Ayton, he's gonna play way better now. People gonna see he's gonna play better because he has a seasoned, better player. It's gonna make him play better. Devin Booker is already a dog. Now he'll have the pressure on him to carry the whole team once Chris Paul don't show up. So now you have somebody who can play and gonna have more confidence because I have KD on my side. So if I don't play well, he'll play well. You know what I'm saying? So it helps out. Now Chris Paul don't have to score no more. Chris Paul can do what he's made to do: pass the ball, put you in your spot. So that's going to work out perfectly. So I think they won. Like I said, Mikal Bridges draft picks, and you got rid of Cam Johnson. You get those picks, you're still not going to be better. Like you said, the window was shut. The window's open now in the next 2 years. If they stay healthy, which I think they can, they're going to win this year. Nobody's going to beat that team because, like I said, Aiden's going to play better. He'll get you a good 12 or even more. Booker will give you at least 20. Durant will give you 25. Chris Paul, whatever he gives you is icing on the cake. So you got a great coach.
Yeah,
a better coach now. Durant's going to play better now because he don't have to worry about the silly stuff. You know, like Kyrie, is he going to play or do all this kind of stuff? Now he has somebody, Devin Booker has a good head on his shoulder. Ayton, Chris Paul, they all mature. James Jones going to have it got together. So I think this going to be the first time in a long time because think about it. With OKC, he had the Rushbrook, not a good head on his shoulder. He went to Golden State, had a good guys, not about nonsense, So I think he's back in the position now with no nonsense, better team. All you got to do is go there and play, be healthy. They win. So I think the Suns won it, and I'm happy for the Suns now. So we'll see what they do, man. 2 years to win it.
I think that's a really good point too, Marcus. You said, no nonsense, right? What does KD always say? I just want to hoop. He says that all the time. I just want to hoop. That's all he wants to do. And he can do that, like you said, great coach, way better than any of the coaches he had in the Nets. That's probably the best coach he's had since Steve Kerr, right? So it's like it does change a lot of things. Like that window is very much open, and barring health, they should win the championship this year. I don't see anyone getting in this team play unless something catastrophic happens, which knock on wood, hope it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll see. I think it's going to be very interesting too. I agree with you guys. Health is going to be pivotal. And they might have to, they gave up some of their depth, so they might have to, play a little bit more minutes. But if they get through that, they're going to be a formidable opponent for anybody in the West. And then once they get out the West, I think that's going to be the toughest road. Unk says KD is hurt. Booker just got back from injury. CP3 is old. So yes, but like we were talking about, that window is, it's not going to be a forever window. It's not like a total rebuilding window, but it's just, it's just that 2 year stretch. If it works now, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So
and we say Chris Paul is old. Chris Paul ain't played a full season in a long time. He can, like I said, he don't have to do a lot.
No, he don't.
We have old school. We got an old school dude right now, especially on right now, can pass the ball. They'll never stop. All you gotta do is pass the ball. I get you in your spot. You gotta play. You ain't gotta do that much. So I think they'll be fine. They are lacking a little bit of defense, a little bit. But offense always outweighs defense to me, though. So they got enough offensive power
in this NBA.
But I do think too, like I remember, like Monty's actually really good at defensive schemes. You know what I'm saying? So, like granted, they had better defensive players, like Marcus was saying, but I think he'll put them in position to be good defensively as a whole, not necessarily
team defense, right?
Yeah, exactly, team defense, not necessarily like one individual like Mikal Bridges having to guard their best player every night. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I think it's going to be legit.
Anthony Wesson asked Marcus, "Are you becoming a Suns fan?"
Yeah, KD fan.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm just happy for them to get one more shot. And like I'm saying, KD coming to Phoenix, people gotta realize that's huge. That's like super huge, man. Like I said, I think it's good for the city, man. I'm not a fan. He won't make me a fan, but I just think it's good for them to see how it works out, So see how it goes. But yeah, I'm definitely not a Suns fan, but I will be at them games though.
For real. Yeah, I'll be at that parade if they win one. You know what I'm saying? I'll be at the parade.
Yeah, no, I think it does remind me of like now. Obviously, this is a long time ago, but when Charles Barkley came to the Valley, it was like a whole
Yeah,
different thing. It was like, oh, we have a bona fide like different level superstar.
yeah,
Obviously, Booker has come up. CP3 was big when he came in here, but Durant is like a generational type player. So
yeah,
to see him put on the Suns uniform, that is pretty dope. He'll definitely sell a lot of uniforms, get a lot of attention, and make this run. So that's what's up, and I'm sure he'll love the weather and everything that there is to see out here in Phoenix for sure.
yeah.
Pop says, hate the Suns, won't win a title. Booker is a jerk. Unk says, is Cam Thomas a possible diamond in the rough? Maybe. I don't know.
He's definitely been scoring, but it's still one of those things where like, is he ever gonna be relied on for that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. It's usually just like a bonus when it comes, but
right, yeah. I mean, he's been doing well with the Nets, but like, and before he got traded, he had some pretty good
Who's
games.
that?
Booker wasn't playing.
Cam Thomas.
Oh, Cam Thomas. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, not Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas.
Oh, Cam. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, but the Nets done. They done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna start sliding for real.
Unk says Ben Simmons 2 points a game, owed 175 million. Yeah, they said that they're going to be working him back in, but even after these trades, and Kyrie and Durant gone, he's still like barely getting any minutes. So that's sad.
They moved him coming off the bench now. He's now coming off the bench.
Yeah. Anthony Weston says Milwaukee is still best team in the NBA healthy.
I'd say that's accurate. I would say as a team, as a whole of a team, I would say that's accurate, especially because the Milwaukee Bucks. I see where you're going, Marcus. I'm kind of like it's different now, right? Like even though they still have the Nets number, it's still kind of like the Suns are better than the Nets, and now he makes the Suns better. So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I would say
it's close.
I would say Giannis to me right now is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, but on paper, he said healthy. I think if the Suns are healthy, their starting five is better than the Bucks starting five.
Yeah, and I'm still. Yo, do we know what's really wrong with Chris Middleton? Like he's just been kind of in it. Yeah, I didn't even see Unk's message. Like he's been in, out, sitting.
Yeah,
low minutes. I have no idea what's going on with him either. So
we'll
he's
see.
not healthy, they're not even getting to the finals. They might get back to the finals.
But we gotta. I'm telling y'all, man. You heard it here first, man. Watch how good Booker plays now. I'm telling him.
Oh yeah.
Like Booker been a sick. I told him. I said it before. I said Booker ever got a Batman. Watch how well he plays. Like, he's about to be a Robin. Like he could be a Batman later on in his career, but he's gonna be a Robin. Watch how good he played, man. Like the toughness. Like just watch. He's a jerk. I give you that. You know he's a jerk and all that. But watching him play basketball.
Yeah.
He's a stud, man. He's
agreed.
good.
I agree, man. I agree.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to guard that, man.
Most definitely. All right, let's break down real quick. The one other thing that happened. Well, a few other things happened. We could do a whole trade deadline special, but we do got to talk the Lakers a little bit. The acquisitions they made. They finally did part ways with Russell Westbrook. He went to the Utah Jazz, maybe hitting the buyout market soon. But Marcus, what did you think of the acquisitions? The Lakers got Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, and Jared Vanderbilt.
I really liked it. I think they're definitely a playoff team now. They probably don't make a big difference, you know what I'm saying? But I think if AD can stay a little healthy, but I think D'Angelo and Malik Beasley, people don't realize he's gonna be a big piece of that too. But I think having I love Russ, but Russ never fit that system. So I think D'Angelo's gonna fit that system now. He can knock down shots, you know what I'm saying? He can put pressure on the defense. He could bring the ball up a little bit, you know. He does that. He helped LeBron a little bit. And I think he helped AD out a little bit too. So I think they definitely make the playoffs now. They'll make a little run when LeBron comes back. But like I said, I think that's the best you can really do, you know. Like everybody else is gone, so I think that's the best they can do. I think Rob like, hey, I tried, man. I'm trying my best.
Right. Like I made moves still.
I think it was good. Yeah, I think it was a good pickup. I like it.
I like it too. I think they moved the needle closer. Still not, the most wonderful, news, whatever, but everybody can't acquire a KD, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't get the blockbuster, but for what it was worth, they did well. And there wasn't a lot of picks that they could work with either. So I think that made them a little bit better.
And one thing that's kind of messed up, but it's true. Like when D'Angelo left LA, we didn't say anything about him always telling people business and breaking the bro code. But as soon as he come back to the Lakers, I'm like, well, you gonna say that to him? He's been gone forever. We haven't heard any of that. But as soon as he go back to the Lakers, it's coming back up, man. I was like, golly, man.
Yeah. He thought he might have escaped it, man. He went to Minnesota, laid low.
I thought he did too.
Hey, came right back for him. But next up in the NBA, we do got to talk the buyout market. There's a lot of different players out there that are going to be kind of falling out, veterans after the trades. Unk is reporting Russell Westbrook to sign with the Clippers. He definitely wanted to stay in LA, you know what I'm saying, not have to move the family, and that's where he's from originally. So that was kind of a homecoming thing to him. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Kevin Love. Terrence Ross, I think, is signing with the Suns to help them out with some depth. And then who else we have? Serge Ibaka. I don't know. So, but who do you guys think out of these players could make a little bit of a difference for a playoff team?
Definitely Terrence Ross is be number one.
I've always liked Terrence Ross, honestly. He's a great role player guy, great 3-point shooter.
But I thought Terrence Ross already signed with the Suns. He
did. Off the buyout market.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. People like that, man. Some Suns, man, they front runners right now. But I would say after him, I would say definitely Russ. You know, I think Russ can go. I don't want to see him in the Clippers. I would like to see him with Miami. I like to see him down there, maybe doing. I think they have enough shooting down there. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? He get people in their spots. He can pass the ball really good, penetrate. I think going to LA it'd be too much to me. I think Miami might be the best part or retire, man. I think his career is coming to the end now. But
yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Strizzy, would you want him to be on the Heat though?
Yeah, I would actually. I think Marcus made a lot of great points. Honestly, we have probably some of the most shooters in the league that aren't like, you know, Steph Curry's and stuff, right? You know, as far as like just all around shooters, Miami might have the most. So I think Russ would play really well there. He'd probably still be coming off the bench, but I also think that coaching wise too is just better in Miami, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like Spo would be able to actually do something with Russ. I still feel between, you know, coach of last year, coach of this year, they still. I just don't understand why the Lakers aren't that great. You know what I mean? They have the talent to be so much better. Hopefully with the trades, you know what I mean? I feel like they can hopefully put some more stuff together. But I feel like just coaching wise, I feel like Miami will be able to do more with Russ than what LA did.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I definitely do. Anthony Weston says Kevin Love will be on the Lakers. That'll be interesting to see. You know, I guess, but that'll help LeBron and one of his buddies.
He said, I guess.
Patrick Beverly. Go ahead, Marcus.
No, I was gonna say. I think right now in his career, I think he could be like a Shannon Fry was for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, come off the bench and hit those big shots like Robert Horry did. You know, he still got those shots in him. I don't think they'll do much, but come in and hit those shots. I think he'll do good for the Lakers if he could do that.
I'd be down with that. That'll be cool.
It'd be the spot up shooter that they need.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And grab a couple boards, one or two. We'll see. But definitely some veterans on here. There'll be some other little slick pieces that are coming around, or some little moves, including Crowder to Milwaukee. I did like that one. And Anthony Weston mentioned that one. Also, Unk mentioned Zion is hurt again. I just think his body just can't handle the power that he plays with. Like, it's just not meant to be.
Yeah.
Seems like he's just going to be injury prone for his career. But but our last quick topic, though, I did want to mention, you know, last week, it's kind of old news now, but last week LeBron did pass Kareem for all-time leading scorer with this bucket. It's so funny how in this picture Thomas Bryant is posted under like he's going to get the pass. I did that out. He's like, I got position, man. I'm about to get this bucket.
Go James! Go James!
Yes. And Kareem, I don't know if you guys saw the handout, but I just thought it was so funny. He how he handed the ball off like all high and mighty. But that's what's up. One thing I didn't really like, though, honestly, I admit, and I'm not trying to be total hater, but I didn't like that they shut the whole game down. And he did it.
Me neither. Okay,
it was like 10 minutes long, and then like they just couldn't get back into the game. I was like, I think that was a little bit too much. But Marcus, you think the speech was deserved? You think the speech should have happened? Oh, my bad. Marcus.
Can you
I
hear
think
me?
I
I'm
lost
sorry,
you.
man. My thing
Oh no,
cutting
you're
out.
good. No, I was just gonna ask you about if you thought that how you like the speech during the game, but we'll get your thoughts on it though when you get back with us. Let me see. Unc says MJ was a no-show. Definitely MJ wasn't going to be there. And the very next day, they dropped the trailer for the new Michael Jordan and Nike movie, which is going to be pretty dope. But it's funny. I was like, MJ always has a move like to try to counteract like any attention that LeBron's getting.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So he's forever defending his crown too. So,
but he already passed Michael. Like, I don't even see why Michael would need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he needs to be there. But man, I'm with you though. I don't know. I didn't like how they just shut the whole game down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's a big milestone, but like, I don't know. And I was fed too. To lose that game was like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like but I will say this though. I really wanted him to get it with a hook shot. I really wanted him to get it with a hook shot.
I think he wanted that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That would have been cool, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just control everything. Like just getting it is so awesome. But I'm glad he did do it that night too. He was heating up, and it was fun to see. Like the Lakers crowd was just so hype every time he would get the ball, every time he would score a bucket. That was electricity. That was really cool. But Stephanie Washington brings up a great point for the Lakers to lose that game. That's what was really irritating to me. That they kind of didn't come out and do it in a win. I was like, maybe LeBron will need to score these points to kind of bring them back to victory. Didn't turn out like that, but honestly, I feel like after the emotion of the moment and after the speech and everything, LeBron was spent. Like he couldn't get it going again, and he hasn't played in the game since then. Like I think that took a lot out of him.
Yeah,
and hopefully he'll get back to going. I think he might. Well, I think it was last. I think they're playing later this week, so we'll see. We'll see, but yeah, I did think that kind of sucked that they lost the game, but I'm still glad, that it happened the way it did. Stephanie Washington also says glad he did it at home as a Laker, so that's what's up. That's for sure. Unc says LeBron collectibles selling for big money, and we got Marcus back. We got Marcus back real quick. Marcus, you with us?
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I said go James, and the whole internet want to mess up.
Yeah, they tried to unplug you for speaking that truth. No, I was just going to ask, what did you think about the speech, though? Do you think they should have done such a speech in a ceremony during the game?
No, it was too much. I think the whole thing was too much. I think they should have did a regular, like, oh, he got it, thank you, and then afterwards did like a small little thing. But during the game, I think it wasn't called for it, so I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that was kind of like I was expecting them to just be like, and now, put the spotlight on him real quick, put it on the big thing, put the ball, go set it aside, whatever, and then be like, all right, cool, and then keep going type of thing. But he was like, I'm ready for all this celebration right now. He was like, I don't really care about the game no more. But, it doesn't happen every day, that's for sure. It hasn't happened since 1984. So, let's see. Pops has got some words for you. He says, Marcus, got to hand it to your boy. LeBron becoming the all-time leading scorer, great player, and his longevity to play it at this level is impressive. He said, Now sons were wearing Jordans. And his last message said, now Jordan. That's funny. So he gave the credit, but he got to take it away. Mom says Kareem still gets my respect. He went to college and played when there were fewer games, so he got there quicker. Let's see. Anthony Weston says, interesting question. Kareem had the scoring record, 6 rings and 5 MVPs and not considered the GOAT. Why does it change? I don't care either way. That's very true, too. I think it all just depends on when you were born and what you saw for the GOAT conversation. But those are some great comments there from Moms and Anthony.
Yeah, I think you can't argue with either. I think Cap was great what he did, and he made the scoring record. He did his thing, but I just think players now. I think players now when Jordan played were much, to me, it was better. Back then he didn't have too many people like him. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jordan had more people than LeBron. They got better and faster as they go. So there's nothing wrong with it. I think the older generation can say he was the GOAT. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel that LeBron is the GOAT because he's a pass first guy. He played a long time, stayed healthy. He did stuff the right way. It's all those things in it. It's not wrong. I know me and Pops go at it all the time about who's the GOAT. Jordan gonna be the GOAT. Like I said, I didn't believe LeBron was the GOAT until the last 4 years. Because how he carried his game and how he was doing different things. So I don't have a problem with that. But I don't think Cap was happy though when he got that record. You could facial expression don't tells the truth, man. Body language tells the truth. I don't think he was mad, but I don't think he liked that he broke his record though. But he had to be there to be a bigger person. But Cap wasn't happy, man. He wasn't happy.
I think once like Kobe didn't get it, you know what I'm saying? I think he was like, okay, cool, like my record gonna be safe for a while. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And it just didn't show up. But it's like Pop said, man, for LeBron to be able to be playing at this level, you know, this many years in is crazy, man. So he was definitely gonna get that record.
Yeah. I do give it to Cap though too for being there, and obviously he can still walk around and everything like that. He's still sharp,
exactly.
So that's cool too to be able to see on a record that he broke in 1984. All this time later, you know, but ever to be there and to see it and all that stuff and to kind of pass the torch. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I like it though. Definitely, that's really cool. Anthony Weston says, interesting. He has this record, but he was never really considered a scorer. Marcus, that's kind of like what you were saying too, is that he was always pass first. Never really a scorer, never had like his own go-to move or anything like that, but just kind of bullied and plowed his way through to all those points. So definitely got to give respect for that for sure. Now we'll see if he's got anything left and if he can stay good enough, because now all he's worried about is staying good enough to get his son drafted. Basically, that's what his next focus is, I think. But we'll see. Pop says Jordan is the better player, not counting anything else. No question if you saw them both play and you play to win titles 6-0. So we'll see. We're still going to have that. So at some point, though, we're going to have that sit-down debate between Pops and Marcus, and we're going to do a scoring system, and that's going to be awesome. So we have that to look forward to for sure. All right.
Man.
All right, I know we got Anthony Weston, one last thing. He said, I think we should just celebrate accomplishments of all the players. I do agree with that too. There's nothing wrong with recognizing greatness and seeing it and appreciating it in more than one person. A lot of times though, it's always fun and it always boils down to that debate. Well, who's better, who's the best? But hey, you know, we got to witness his whole entire career, and you know, he did his thing. There's no question. I mean, Marcus, I remember when we first met, you were like, man, LeBron will never overtake Jordan. So just to see you have that open mind and to see how times change, you know, that's cool. That's a part of life.
Yep. You know, it's crazy too. It's like you never think about like that record being broken, right? Especially with LeBron playing 20 years, right? But I look at, you know, Marcus mentioned it, that LeBron is a pass first player, right? I mean, he's always been a scorer. Like, let's not act like he ain't averaged 28 plus points a game almost every year of his career, but he also averages, 8, 9 assists a game. I think he had 1 year where he averaged 10 assists a game. But he's still so far away from Stockton's assist record, even though he's played this long. What I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that might be a record that's not going to get touched because players are so score first now, right? Like, even
that record will never be broken.
Like, I thought Kid had a chance, but then when I looked at when he was coming down, I was like, he still got like 6,000, not 6,000. Like, is it like, I think it's like almost 6,000.
Almost like 6,000, yeah.
It's something crazy. I don't think that assist record gets touched ever.
No, I agree with that, and it's crazy to think how many of those because Malone was what like 4th or 5th now on the scoring list, and like at least half of his points all came from Stockton. So
for sure,
that was a dynamic duo right there.
For sure, that's wild.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. We're gonna leave NBA talk for there right now. We got the All-Star break coming up next weekend, and then we'll get more into basketball now because it's getting serious with the playoff heating up. And we all got some stuff to do, so we'll just kind of breeze through other sports. We got the FIFA World Cup coming, and they did announce that the United States, Canada, and Mexico are all going to basically get into the tournament. They basically get a bye; they don't have to qualify into the tournament because they're the host nation. So that's pretty cool. Definitely gotta look forward to that. I'm hoping we can get some tickets to one of those games when it comes up. But that's cool. Also, something new in baseball. They're increasing the actual size of the bases to try to reduce injuries and players trying to, kind of stick their feet in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to make a big deal, but a lot of the MLB, like the managers and the players are actually complaining about it. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, man. Like all these years, why you baby, like you I don't like that, man. I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's like.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, it's like you're making the goal come down 9 feet instead of 10 feet. You're making the end zone get closer now. Like, no, I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree, and it's like in the long run, it might not make a big difference, but it's like, why tinker with stuff? You know, baseball used to be so traditional and so classic and not change for like 98 years. And then all of a sudden in the last like 4 years, they wanted to change everything. So I don't know what their end goal is, but we'll see, you know, what kind of a difference it makes. But I do want to remind that spring training has started. The players have, well, it hasn't started. The games haven't started yet, but the players have started reporting to camps in Arizona and in Florida. So that's coming very soon. We'll definitely have to make sure we get out there real quick to one of those games. And then next up, moving into golf, we had the Waste Management Open. And Marcus, while you're still with us, I was hoping to get a firsthand report of your time out there. I know you got a chance to go to the tournament.
Yeah, I went on Friday, and I wanted to see Scotty. So I followed Scotty. I think it was like almost 11 holes. I got there a little late because the traffic. It's so hard to get in that place. So I missed some of it. But I walked the whole the last 11 holes, and like just to see how good he's really good, man. Like he's a great dude. Like he don't get like he had a couple of bad shots, but his recovery is awesome. But the whole thing he did win, so that was kind of cool. But the whole environment was so different from last year. I'm sorry. The whole difference was better this year. But it was different because it was more people. Like you can tell, like it was hard to get places to get around here, go here, and it was a bunch of people out there this year. And it just the environment was good though. But you had a lot of people there just to party, man. They didn't care, but nothing about golf and stuff.
No, nothing about golf.
Yeah, it was just you could tell they were just there to party, man. I had a couple of people come up to me. It was like, "Hey, man, look, there's Loud on college right there." I'm like, no, that's not me, dog. It was coming. It was crazy, dog. It's different things. Other people was coming up to me, say, "Do you play football?" Like, nah, I'm just a regular dude, man. But the whole thing, you can say some of the guy was drunk too, but the whole thing was really fun though, like whole environment. And the crazy thing about it, I don't know if I caught it on sale. I went to the pro shop and everything was in there was pretty cheap, dog. I got racked up. I was getting all kind of stuff. So
nice.
The whole thing was really cool though. But like I said, I will never miss another one. I think next year I'm gonna get like a pass. I'm gonna go probably almost every day. But this year was kind of hard. But the whole thing, the experience, the course was like real nice and real pretty. Like it was just a whole vibe. But you see the Super Bowl people was here and that. And I was asking different people. I said, "Are you going to this game?" They're like, "Yeah, I'm going to the game." I said, "You going to the game?" Like everybody was going to the game. I'm like, "This is crazy, man." So
they got money like that.
Yeah, they got. You can tell they had money out there though. But like I said, the whole thing, it's getting to the point where the Waste Management Open is really like a staple in golf now. Like if you don't go there, you ain't going. To me, like the 16th hole is like the best hole in golf, man. It's just crazy, man. It wasn't a hole in one this year, but it had a couple of close ones. But I think Phoenix is making a staple in golf because people are coming now just to come because it's here, man. So I love it though. Yeah.
No, that's exciting. Yeah, it did sell out on Friday and Saturday. You know, and part of that is due to the Super Bowl traveling crowd. But yeah, I would love it. There are passes, like maybe one year we'll be able to get a corporate pass or something like that. But there are passes where you get like 4 passes for the full week, but it's some racks, dog. So we'll have to figure it out.
It's some money. Yeah, it's some money.
But the other golf news, though, playing in the Genesis Open this weekend, Tiger Woods, he's going to be playing in an official tour tournament. I'm really hoping for good things. I'm just hoping that he makes it to Sunday. That would be a dream come true. But Marcus, what do you think? What do you think about his prospects this weekend?
I think it's gonna be exciting. I think he'll make the cut, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna make it to Sunday because this is his first tournament of the year. Yeah. But he could do it. I won't put it past him. It's his tournament too. So maybe he can do it, but I don't see him. But like I said, I'm still holding on that maybe not this year, but I think next year he wins the Masters and get that record, man.
Yeah, I hope so. That's all I'm hoping that he's holding on for. Unk says, hit the comments real quick. Pop's got the tiger emoji. Unk says, I'm so horrible at golf. Pop says, me too, unless it's mini golf. And speaking of that, Tiger Woods' mini golf spot is supposed to be opening here in the Valley, so we're gonna have to go check that out and be on location.
It was open. It was open during the Super Bowl. It was called the Super Bowl soft opening, so it was open for a couple of days. But I don't think everything was done. But it was open. I called them and everything to make sure it was open. I couldn't look out there, but
I know I tried the same thing too. But hopefully that means that it'll be coming really soon, maybe in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. But I think we're gonna leave it right there. And go ahead and shut this thing down. Strizzy, you want to leave us with any parting words, any parting thoughts for other sports or any of these things? Actually, I guess.
Not too much, man. Volkanovski and Islam in UFC fought this past weekend. It was a great fight.
Oh yeah.
Man, Volk really is that dude. I mean, Islam is really, really good, but honestly, one more round, he gets his first loss. I mean, well, technically not his first loss, but he loses that fight because Volk really came at him, man. Really, really good fight this past weekend, but they got to. I hope they run it back because it was close. It was real close.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I did see the highlights of that, but I forgot about that one coming out. UFC, they got to build it back up, man. Like they still have some really good fights, but I feel like the promotion is kind of falling off. So.
Yeah, John Jones fights next one.
Yeah. I definitely want to watch that. We'll definitely have to hook that one up on the stream for sure.
March, the next UFC in March, John Jones is fighting.
That's what's up. All right, that's what it is. Want to say one more time to Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there, and appreciate everybody for the love and support along the way. We made it through Super Bowl. Football season is over, but we got a lot to look forward to this summer, and we'll be right back at y'all next week with episode 182. But until then, thank you to my brothers. Thank you to the slackers out there. It's your boy A-Dub.
And my Susie.
Valentine's Day to everybody. To Grace, to moms, to Kelly Bell, to Miss Stephanie, all your wives, and all your mothers too, man. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And same to Mrs. Hall out there too, and her birthday recently. So much love to all. Sure. And we out.
Peace.
And you say the